49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, it's a whole new year and we have the thrilling New Year's Week highlights. We'll see Oakland battle Grant in the Lillard championship game. Acalanes takes on Serra and Milpitas takes on Los Gatos.
We'll have girls hoops with Mitty and St. Joseph, soccer featuring Valley Christian and Branham, and the story of the pioneer cheerleader leaning on her community to overcome a heartbreaking loss. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Hello everyone, welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start off this new year with boys basketball and two teams off to outstanding starts to the season. Livermore coming into the game at 11-2 with 6'5" football and baseball star Dylan Wary leading the way.
The Cowboys trying to lasso the Falcons from College Park this week. The Falcons started the season 5-1 but have lost 2 overtime games recently. The Falcons looking to soar at home Friday night.
It's your boy Jake Vanderbrook starting off the show with College Park hosting Livermore. Strong start for the Cowboys as Dylan Weary deposits his 3 to the bank, and Dylan's smiling about that. I would. Here come the Falcons. Here's the outstanding freshman Miles Cooper knocking down the long ball for 3 of his 18 points, and the 3-pointers were falling like a lumberjack chopping down trees. Jacob Green nails the triple. It's 13-7 Livermore after 1. Second quarter, Weary slings a pass over to the corner, and Alessandro Jude Martz delivers from deep. Final seconds of the first half, Chris Halkin needs to throw up a prayer from the logo. Got it! 32-26 Cowboys at the half. The Falcons continue the fight in the third. Matisse Joseph working hard in the paint. Yup, bucket plus the foul. Back come those Cowboys. Green hands it to Amari Chandler, and the mid-range J is cash. 16 points for Chandler, but those Falcons cut the deficit to 1 after 3. Here they turn defense into points as Stephen Barnett gets the easy deuce. 42-41 Cowboys. The Falcons would grab the lead in the fourth thanks to Matisse Joseph with his dominance in the paint. And he was hyped after that putback. And to top it off, how about another bucket plus the foul for Joseph? 19 points for the 6'6" senior as College Park improves to 7-6 on the season, beating Livermore 61-57.
Lynbrook playing host to Alhambra for a New Year's Eve showdown, and we start things off in the first. Tied at 5 when Charlie Loper takes a shot from 6 feet beyond the three-point line and drains it. What a shot. And in the final seconds of the corner, Sandpiper makes his way through traffic, lays it up and in just before that buzzer sounds. Lynbrook leads at 10-7 after 1. And would hold on to that lead into the break. Ethan Ginn passes to Judah Marks. The marksman has his target acquired. 19-18 Lynbrook at the half. Third quarter, and this is how it opens up. A great steal from Samuel Gillespie, leading to a Nohem Delelu lay-in, and the Bulldogs have the lead. But back come the Vikes. Loper kicks it out to Rohan Gopalin, and Lynbrook back on top by 2 before Jamison. Kraus returns fire on the other end of the court. 23-22 Alhambra. Marinal Dwevetti creates some space and pulls up for a deep 3 ball, and just like that, Lynbrook goes back on top. The Vikes get a stop on D. Then it's Dwevetti charging to the rack. 2 Euro steps. He gets the bucket and the foul. Dwevetti with 12 in the game. Judah Marks would lead the Vikings with 14. That triple extends the Vikes lead to 10. The Bulldogs, Samuel Gillespie, great in the second half. Here he is getting 3 of his 16, including the harm, but Lynbrook holds on to the final buzzer. Marks swoops around the defense, finds a lane in for 2. Lynbrook rings in the new year with the 54-43 win to go to 6-3 on the year.
Here comes Mitty star McKenna Velichko as the Monarchs meet St. Joseph at the Ionescu Showcase. This one was all Mitty all the time. Velichko turning and firing for an early lead. St. Joseph has an outstanding guard, number 24, Ashlyn Waldrum, who nails a long 3. So many weapons for Mitty. Here's Sophia Teresi using the Velichko screen and laying it home. Great defense by the Monarchs all night long. Jordan Bauer picks it off and lays it in. It's a 10-point first quarter lead for Mitty. Now in transition, Devin Cosgriff into the lane, firing down low to McKenna, and the highly touted junior drops it in. Here's Congress again, and again it goes down low to Wolichko, this time showing her strength as McKenna muscles it home. It's an 18-point lead. Later in the second, toss it out to Wolichko, and Ken shows her range, nailing a three, and the Mitty lead is 24 late in the second. Now a little give and go as McKenna gives it to Malia Hunter, who gets it back to Wolichko, just the way Sue Phillips drew it up. Mitty getting a nice game from Niyati Bangalore, who fires for three, bang! 3 threes in the game for the senior. Second half, and this time it's Zani Patterson for 3 of her 8 points in the game as the number 1 team in the nation wins big. Wolichko with 21 to lead the Monarchs.
It's all love between St. Francis and Leland before kickoff on Friday night. A scoreless first half takes us right into the second. Freshman Lynn Burns finds the junior Penelope Correa-Mason in open space. Penelope takes a shot, but in the last second, Leland's Sophia Rowe slides in and sends the ball out of bounds. Great effort from Rowe. In the 65th minute, Allison Park passes to her older sister, Anika Park. Anika's shot is on target, but saved by Sophia Malloy. We remain scoreless. 4 minutes left in regulation. Emmy Salida to Tori Williams. Williams to the senior captain, Brooklyn O'Brien. She shoots from the 14-yard line and finds the top corner of the net. What a shot by O'Brien to put St. Francis ahead in the final moments. In stoppage time now, the Lancers trying to run the clock, but Rubnia Mama Ryan takes the ball away from the keeper and scores. What a play by the senior, who scores her 4th of the season to equalize the match as both teams score in the final minutes to end this one in a 1-1 tie.
Each week, the Rikus Center presents the Gary Rikus Players of the Week Award.
Remember to vote for the Player of the Week on our YouTube membership page. The Players of the Week are featured in a rap performed by our friends at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
49ers Cow High, James the Spitter, Gary Rikus Players of the Week. You need a spark, then pass the ball to Brian Clark. Valley Christian shining bright, never in the dark. Beating Dorothy Valley for their 6th straight win. Now the school wants to rally. Brian Clark in the zone, he dropped 16. An MVP type player, check the listings. Dropping 4 dimes, playmaking and dishing. He's gonna make the competition go fishing. Gaia Limbo, all she do is win though. It's straight buckets when she headed to the rim though. A sophomore point guard, just leading the team. Just breaking the defense and defeating the schemes. Dropping 22 points when she stepped on the scene. Chasing dreams and their focus when it's crunch time. Dublin hasn't been as good in a long time. They have a shot to win it all, they got strong ties. James the Spitter, Gary Rikus Players of the Week. 49ers Cow High. Let's go.
Presentation High School, San Jose's all-girls high school, presents the Female Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Presentation High's Female Scholar Athlete is Alyssa Ortega from Moreau Catholic, the girls basketball team. Alyssa great on the court and in the classroom with a 3.8 GPA.
New year and new opportunities. You belong at Prez. At Presentation High School, every student is welcomed into a warm and supportive community where they are truly known, valued, and encouraged to thrive. As a small by design school, Presentation provides individualized support that empowers students to excel academically, grow personally, and build meaningful connections. Whether starting fresh or seeking a place where they truly belong, Presentation students are embraced by our friendly community and introduced to the rich traditions that make Prez so special. Discover how your student can find their place at Prez by visiting presentationhs.org to learn more and to schedule a personal tour today. The Golden State Warriors bring us the Basketball Coach of the Week every week.
This week's Warriors Coach of the Week is Colin Pfaff from Valley Christian. The Warriors are off to a 9-1 start to the season, including some impressive wins over top teams. Colin Pfaff, this week's Golden State Warriors Coach of the Week.
Coming up, a great NCS versus CCS matchup as Serra meets Acalanes.
And Fremont takes on Palo Alto and Jarrell Clark as 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, continues.
At U.S. Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones, but we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Co-Browse, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits.
Mind if I just grab the one?
With Co-Browse, we're always there for you on your road to here, because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
think the heater's broken.
I'll get my tools.
Does your family suffer from fixititis syndrome?
Honey, is it working?
Relief is just a call away. Service Champions has been proven to effectively combat the symptoms of fixititis syndrome. Side effects may include delusions of grandeur and a comfortable home. Service Champions is now offering a $68 furnace tune-up. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Always remain true. It's getting sucked in the mouth. You can't handle that. Bring the fight to them today. Be pissed off about it. The most physical team gonna win this game today.
Bears, 49ers in front.
'25 season tickets are now available. Secure your seats at Levi Stadium today.
Dub Nation, you ready? Here we go.
Fremont down the lane to dunk it down! Exclamation point!
Moody with 1 second puts it up. Banked it in!
3.3 to work with. Buddy here.
The switch to Lively. 3, Curry.
It's game time, Dub Nation. The time is now. Get your tickets at Warriors.com.
The Acalanes Dons return home from a holiday tournament in San Diego. The Dons with a much shorter trip to San Mateo to take on the Serra Padres.
The Padres are 8-1 to start the season and look to keep it going against the 7-3 Dons. It's our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. Our reporter at Serra is Jake Vanderbrook.
All right, we're tipping off the new year with an interesting non-league matchup as Acalanes takes on Serra. Now, both of these teams will be without one of their top players. Acalanes will be without Gavin Dodge. He's ruled out this week due to concussion protocol, so expect Cameron Hood to get a lot of action in this one, averaging 11 points per contest. And for Serra, Jace Cannon is ruled out. He suffered an ankle injury in his last game, so Mikey Ballout will look to ball out. He scored a combined total of 69 points in the Don Bambauer Classic. It's Acalanes and Serra in our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. So the Padres spread the ball around and Ryan Rice pulls the trigger from the corner for 3. Yup, here's that man I was talking about, Cameron Hood, knifing his way to the cup. Bucket plus the foul. Then moments later, Hood steps into his own 3, and oh goodness, he's feeling it. 13 points for the Southpaw, but Serra ties the game at 16 after 1 as Sebastian Margay gets the mid-range jumper the fall. To the second quarter, Acalanes feeding the ball inside as Ryder Malm delivers with the bucket and 1. Back and forth we go. Here's Mikey Ballout sinking the baseline J. It's 30-25 Serra at the half. Third quarter now, Ballout is in a groove. 13 points for the magnificent senior, but those Dons continue the fight. Maddox Malm with a great dish out to Brady Quinn for the triple. Got it. It's 50-46 Serra after 3. But those Padres outscored the Dons 20-7 in the fourth quarter. And Ryan Rice had the hot hand, sinking the floater. And man, when this guy gets into a rhythm, he will make you pay. How about a triple from the wing? Yes, sir. 15 points for the junior as Serra improves to 9-1 on the season. So when I asked Ryan about the second half adjustments, this is what he had to say.
Take them into deep water and drown them. So that kind of means, like, it's a little silly, but what that means is when we get into that second half, it's like we're just going to wear you down. We play more guys than everybody else, and we'll take you down in that third, fourth quarter, and we'll drown you. We'll get you going, and we'll get that win afterwards.
In San Mateo with the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Off to Oakland now for the Damian Lillard Classic third-place game between Palo, Alto, and Fremont. It was the Jarrell Clark show in this one. Jarrell takes the pass from Isaiah Phillips and makes it splash from downtown. Fremont working the paint early. Roy Bishop Jr. with the pass inside to Deontay Spears, who gets his defender to jump, then lays it up and in. Pally responds on the other end as Clark dishes it to Hudson Marr, who gets the kind bounce to sink the trifecta as the Vikings take a 14-12 lead after 1. Second quarter now, Jabez Rubio drives and gets the bucket plus the foul as the Tigers jump ahead 21-18. Then it's Zion Roper kicking it out to a wide-open Jamari Bean, and Jamari drills his shot from mid-range. It's 26-24 Fremont Tigers at the half. To the second half now, when Nicholas Feldzinger finds Justin Fung, and the sophomore shoots and scores from three-point land. Jarrell Clark would take over from there. Jarrell with the drive and the finish as the Vikings take a 2-point lead. Now it's Jake Wang kicking it out to Jarrell Clark, and the senior knocks it down all the way from Stanford as the Vikes take a 46-39 lead after 3. Then in the fourth, Justin Funk passes to Clark, who drills his shot just inside the arc as the Palo Alto Vikings finish third place in the Damian Lillard Classic, beating Fremont 65-52.
Here comes Olivia Smith as her Carondelet Cougars host Etiwanda in the UNESCO Showcase. The Cougars down early to rally back. Layla Dixon running the court goes high off the glass and one. Tough D by the Cougs as Sophia Ross gets the steal and the bucket, but Etiwanda gets a huge game from Eliana Morris. The Cal commit gathering in the pass and puts it off the glass. Here's the Eagles LSU commit Grace Knox showing her skills to give Etiwanda a 7-point second quarter lead. The defending state champs extend the lead later in the second. It's Morris firing from way out, and there was no answer for Morris in this one. Here's Morris firing it out to Sheena Brew, and the senior nails another three, and Etiwanda has a 13-point lead just before the half. The Eagles get one more before halftime. It's Morris. Cal is getting a good one. Second half, more Eagles, and it's Knox in the block, spinning and firing for two. Here's Morris again, looking, driving, drawing the contact, and finishes and one. A three-point play for Morris. Carondelet caught fire late with several threes, including this corner tray from Dixon, but Morris could not be stopped as Aliana goes off for 36 points in the game, and Etiwanda goes on to win it 79-56.
Service Champions honors student athletes who do great work around campus.
This week we spotlight Corey Wong from the Sacred Heart Cathedral basketball team. Not only is Corey making sweet music on the court, but he's also a member in orchestra where he serves as section leader for the cello. Corey also applies his sharp focus and determination to competing in Japanese abacus. Corey Wong is this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
D-Line Constructors presents the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week every week. This week's D-Line Constructors Defensive Play goes to Braden Harris with a monster block for the Valley Christian Warriors. Braden Harris with this week's D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week.
Delta Dental honors entire teams who do great work in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award.
This week we feature the San Ramon Valley football team with a combined 3.3 GPA. Be sure to check us out on social media. You can help our show by joining our growing YouTube membership, where you get access to a ton of great content, including early highlights, our covered Cal High podcast, and full game videos from any game we shoot.
Also, lots of great stuff on our Instagram, where we now have 34,500 followers. You can find us at 49ers Cal High.
Coming up, the title game in the Damian Lillard Classic. It's Grant battling Lillard's former team, Oakland, next.
And Arroyo takes on Foothill on the soccer pitch. But first, here is our U.S. Bank Top 10 Girls Basketball Poll.
From the beginning, West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, West works for me.
West works for me wherever adventure takes us.
West Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Applebee's Pick Six with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
We are the Pioneer Mustang, and you're watching the 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank.
Back in the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium with the championship game in the Damian Lillard Classic played this week. The Oakland Wildcats looking very strong with Rome Neal and Roman Waugh leading a talented squad.
The Wildcats facing Grant from Sacramento in the title game played at Oakland High on Monday.
Time for the Damian Lillard Classic Championship game as Oakland takes on Grant. The Wildcats attack in the paint early. Deshaun Armstrong driving and finishing the layup as Oakland takes a 3-point lead. Grant answers on the other end as Andre Gomez passes it ahead to Kobe James, and Kobe lays it up and in. Oakland comes right back as Jabari Gilbert Jr. kisses it off the glass, and it's 22-11 Wildcats after one. More Cats in the second. Terrence Patterson over to Karaji West, who drives, then gives it to Jonathan Crawford for the bucket. 32-18 Oakland at the half. The Pacers trying to rally back in the second half. Damari Hunter dishes it to James, and Kobe knocks down his shot from three-point land, but the Wildcats come right back. Eric Jackson to Rom Neal to Deshaun Armstrong for three. Bang! Then a few moments later, Rom Neal fires one from way downtown. Kaboom! It's 49-27 Oakland Wildcats after three. Fourth quarter now. Jonathan Crawford kicks it out to Armstrong, and Deshaun connects again from deep as the Oakland Wildcats win the Damian Lillard Classic, beating Grant 63-41.
Arroyo takes the trip to Pleasanton to take on Foothill in a West Alameda County Shoreline League matchup. Halfway through the first, it's Arroyo's Jonathan Rodriguez Palafox taking it himself. JRP takes the shot and scores! The junior puts the Dons on the board. Final minutes of the half, Jaden Singh finds Jack Golden. Golden passes ahead to Adnan Rusta, who's all alone. Adnan draws the keeper, gets past him, and scores to tie things up at one going into halftime. Final minutes of the match, still tied at one. Jesus Perez gets past one defender, then another. Jesus towards the goal, and he finds the back of the net. In clutch time, Perez gives Arroyo the lead. What a play by the senior. Dons aren't done yet. In stoppage time, it's 11 guarding 11. Rodriguez Palafox looking for his second of the game. Puts it in front of the net with three Falcons in front of the net. Somehow Sal Hernandez gets a shot off and scores. The sophomore gives Arroyo some insurance as the Dons defeat Foothill 3-1 to improve to 2-0 in league.
Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Robert, it is my pleasure to share Miley Taha's journey of strength, courage, and the unbreakable bonds that have helped her navigate through one of the toughest challenges a young girl can face, losing her mom.
As soon as we're about to go on mat, like for me, everything just goes quiet and I'm so in the zone because we get in our circle and we start hyping each other up.
Miley Taha is in her senior year at Pioneer, her third season on the Pioneer competition team.
She always knows how to keep everyone pumped up, happy, smiling. She's so sweet, she's so caring. I love Miley.
She just brings this happiness to the team.
Head coach Carolina Lopez started this program just 2 seasons ago, and that first year, back in 2023, ended better than any could as national champions. That was Miley's sophomore year, and last year as a junior, she was preparing for nationals once again when tragedy struck. Her mom's thyroid cancer, which she had previously beaten, had returned, and it was terminal. Her mom, Sherry, a single mother. Miley is the youngest of 4.
In December, her tumors came back and they spread from her thyroid to her brain to behind her eyes. So that week in February, she had a stroke. And then after that, everything kind of just went downhill from there.
After her mom's diagnosis, Miley moved in with her aunt and uncle. Practice, school, and visiting her mom became her daily routine.
You know, we told her, babe, whatever break you need, if you don't want to come to practice, do not come to practice. And she said, I need to be here.
And as nationals approached, Miley remained committed to her team.
I was with her for about an hour and a half, 2 hours before I went to the airport, and she was telling me you better win, and if you don't, that's okay, but just dance and cheer as much as you can, just do what you love. And then we went to nationals, and that's exactly what I did.
The Mustangs came home with a second place finish. Shortly after, Miley's mom went into hospice.
It was honestly really difficult because it felt like I was grieving her death already, but she was still alive. When she did pass, I felt like her death was definitely kinder than her being alive because she wasn't in pain anymore.
Sherry passed away in March, and and Miley's community rallied behind her.
I had a lot of support with my friends and my family. I definitely got through it, and I'm still going through it. Like, I'm in therapy, like I'm taking the steps slowly to like make sure I'm not gonna like crash out, if that makes sense. Yeah. My uncle and my aunt, like, they were there for everything. And then my cousin Desiree, she's a nurse, so she helped take care of my mom as well. And just like her stepping into that position, and same with my aunt and uncle, like they did so much, and I'm like just so grateful for them, because I definitely wouldn't have made it without them, for sure.
Despite the heartbreak of losing her mother, Miley refuses to let grief define her, proving resilience knows no bounds.
That girl, she's just, she's amazing. You know, she just has this light about her that she just doesn't want to dim. I feel like she left in good terms with her mom, and she wants to be happy, and that's just her personality. She's just an overall happy person. She's just amazing.
She may have been down, but she was always just, that spark was there. She was always just her positive self, like when that happened, and like you could just point her out from anywhere and be like, that's Miley.
Obviously, like, that was a big thing to affect me, but I felt like I couldn't let it take control over my life. Like, I still have my whole life ahead of me, so like, I'm not gonna let that one thing take control over me, because I still have so much more to do, and that's what she would want, for me to just push through and keep going.
With the unwavering support of her team and the love of her aunt and uncle, Miley proves that even in the face of loss, a strong community can help you soar. Miley and the rest of her Mustangs already have a few competitions under their belt. Her aura is so vibrant, and with the help of her aunt, uncle, and community, her story is a reminder that no matter the challenge, we are never truly alone.
Yep, very good. Thanks for bringing that to us, Aubrey. Mary West Credit Union brings us the Mary West Merit Award. This award honors teachers all around the Bay Area.
Here is Edla Letrenda from St. Francis talking about her favorite teacher, Mr. Carroll.
Probably Mr. Carroll, my AP Gov teacher, just because he makes the class so engaging through his lectures, and he's always willing to just have an educational conversation with us.
Coming up, we head to the dungeon at Stuart Hall to see the Knights and Terra Linda in a very tight game.
And the final game in the John Arroyo tournament as the girls from Valley Christian take on Hollister. This is 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank.
Applebee's Pick Six with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Our mouths are one of the first places a doctor looks during a checkup, and for good reason. It can tell them things about our health, serious things. Things that could keep us from reaching the next milestone. For over 65 years, Delta Dental has offered high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral health care providers in the nation. Delta Dental, putting your health first, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
I know that the model of credit unions is the very best one for human beings, and so how we bring that to life can truly transform people's lives.
Lumen brings to us the capability to be able to serve members in ways that we haven't before. It is really about enhancing that need for that particular individual like we've never been able to do before, and I'm extremely excited about that.
My bad.
Baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by Valley Christian Schools, supporting your quest for excellence. Help us bring positive attention to Bay Area teams every week. Become a 49ers Skyline Sports sponsor. Scan the QR code for details.
To San Francisco we go, and when you play basketball at Stuart Hall, you walk down 4 flights of stairs to the gym sitting far below the streets of San Francisco. The walking down, not a problem. It's the going back up, it's a little rough.
With the camera and everything.
Yeah, and I'm old, you know.
No, you're not.
I'm not?
No.
Oh, good.
The Knights with their outstanding senior William Malco taking on Terra. The Trojans have an outstanding sophomore in 6'5" Evan Brewster. The Knights and Trojans battling on Tuesday.
The Terra Trojans getting ready to face Stuart Hall in this New Year's Eve game. The Trojans off to a fast start. Calvin Albrecht gets the steal, long stepping his way to the basket. Later in the first, Albrecht tosses it out to Bennett Kaiser with a fake, then high off the glass for 2. It's a 13-point first quarter lead. Here's the Trojans' talented sophomore Evan Brewster driving and drawing the foul to give Terra Nova a 19-6 lead after 1. But the Hall fights back with tenacious defense. Napoleon Cabading gets the steal, then tosses up ahead to William Malco for a lefty lay-in. Later in the second, the Trojans' Caden Martin stops and pops, and that puts Terra up by 9. Second half now as Ty Pangilinan fires from the corner, and number 3 was not done. Ty with another 3, back-to-back, cutting the Terra lead to just 3 points. Back and forth from there. The Trojans get the steal as Brewster picks it up and goes the length of the court and lays it in. But the Hall strikes right back. Cabading firing for 3, and he got it! Once again, it's a 3-point game, but the Trojans never give up the lead. Inside to Brewster, working hard, draws the foul and 1 as Terra goes on to win it. 47-44 with Brewster and Kaiser leading the way.
It's the Gold Bracket Championship of the John Araujo Memorial Tournament as Valley Christian battles Hollister, and Valley Christian is off to a fast start. Anaya Benarbi says, "Get out of the way," as the 6-foot junior gets to put back the fall. Then Kennedy Nomura kicks it out to Mia Kagita for 3. You betcha. Here come the Hay Bailers. Jada Gonzalez gathers the orange, gets her feet set, and nails the trifecta from the wing. It's 18-10 Warriors after 1. More VC in the second, and more triples in the quarter. Here's Nomura nailing the long ball for 3 of the juniors' 12 points. Madison Washington had some great minutes off the bench, 10 points, including this putback. VC is rolling. Final seconds of the first half. Miranda Martinez gets the shot off for the Hay Bailers, and the bank is open at the buzzer. It's 45-24 Warriors at the half, and it was all Valley Christian in this one. Kagita was lights out from beyond the arc. 16 points along with this triple for the sophomore, and she added 5 assists to her night as Mia finds Benarbi in stride for the easy deuce as Valley Christian wins the gold bracket of the John Araujo Memorial Tournament, beating Hollister 70-36.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Carlos Bunce. The junior volunteers for his dad's nonprofit, Dream Volunteers, where they contribute to their local community with beach cleanups, tree planting, and feeding those who are experiencing homelessness. In addition to that, they also help underprivileged kids in third world countries get an education. Here is Carlos sharing why he thinks it's important to give back.
I think for me, it's just a way of like showing how I can be a better person and how I can give people something that I have that if they're not as privileged as me, because I live in a very privileged community, and to be able to give back to underprivileged communities is something that's very important to me.
Valley Christian High School is always on a quest for excellence, so Valley Christian is helping us honor young people who are on their own quest for excellence. Here is Linnea LaFortune from the Livermore soccer team.
I want to major in applied mathematics, so I want to do, and now also in the health field, like the medical field, so I think that also correlates to like helping people. I want to use math, which is my strong suit, to help people heal and be able to live their life in the best way.
Valley Christian Elementary hosted its first ever Christmas market, and it was a jolly good time. Students showcased their creativity and entrepreneurial skills. Junior High's Scribbles Inc., part of the Business Entrepreneurial and Innovation Program, designed and sold custom stickers and hand towels perfect for holiday gifts. The Elementary Makers Club crafted Christmas ornaments and candles that added a festive touch to the market. Learn more about the Business Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program at vcs.net and become a Warrior today.
Coming up, two of the best girls teams in the Bay Area meeting. It's Oakland Tech traveling to San Ramon Valley.
And Valley Christian battles Branham in girls soccer, but first, here is this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
Our SLC learning specialists are here to help you develop skills and share tips that make learning with ADHD easier, like how to take good notes by chunking information to break down large amounts of text into smaller, more manageable parts, color coding to visually separate information, using visual aids such as diagrams, charts, and images that help to simplify complex information and improve retention. Discover the power of personalized learning support at the Schwab Learning Center.
Two of the best in Bay Area girls basketball meeting this week. Oakland Tech features two outstanding juniors, Jai Johnson averaging 22 points a game and Terra Russell averaging 20 points a game.
The Bulldogs meeting San Ramon Valley this week. The Wolves with an 8-2 record to start the season without a single senior on the team this season. Two great teams playing Friday night. Tayana Huff being introduced for Tech alongside the Wolves' Maya Rudd at San Ramon Valley and Oakland Tech. Early on, Terra Russell turns around and bounces in the short two, but San Ramon Valley is quick to move the ball down the court. Caitlin Mills dishes it to Hania Bose, and San Ramon Valley has the lead at the quarter break. Alyssa Rudd grabs the offensive board, gets the second chance to go. It's 10-5 SRV after one. The Bulldogs working from behind. Naila Davis fakes right, finger rolls off the left, gets the foul in the bucket to cut the Wolves' lead to 3. Ella Gunderson from the wing drives, spins, and throws up the fadeaway. Buckets. What a move from the sophomore. Here's Tech's response. Sanaya McIntyre feeds Jai Johnson. That's a tough angle, and the junior drains it. SRV leads by 4 at the break. Gunderson passes inside to Rudd. Alyssa gets the physical lay-in to go. 26-20 SRV. But Tech cuts the deficit back to 3 when Salam Richardson grabs the pass and drains the triple. 34-31, San Ramon Valley still in the third. Maya Knapp from the top of the key. Yes. Caitlin Mills with a game-high 7 assists as she feeds Rudd for 2 of her game-high 19. SRV up by 11 in the third, which is its biggest lead of the night. But Tech down by 6 with a minute remaining. Jai Johnson cuts that deficit in half, but San Ramon Valley utilizes the time it has left. Caitlin Mills makes the game-clinching free throws, 53-48. This one did not disappoint. Alyssa Rudd with a double-double for SRV.
Tyler Flipson checking in with the Brandon Bruins hosting the Valley Christian Warriors Friday night. Both teams coming into the game without a loss. The Warriors get to work in the 15th minute. Claire Barragon to Madison McDougal shot, but Bruins' Lily Murphy's there to deny that one. Now in the 30th minute, Branham looking to strike first here deep in Warriors territory. Garrett Corum Bruno shot to the corner is just wide. A great effort by the freshman. Valley Christian applying the pressure again just before half. Grace Morton finds some space, takes the shot, but Branham's keeper Murphy lays all the way out to save that one. What a play to keep it scoreless. Into the 55th minute, Branham's corner kick, one header, volley to a second header. Into space, Megan Hellergren telling Madeline Murdoch to take the shot, and it's barely too high. In the final 10 minutes now, Bruins still on the attack. Kylie forward to a J-Lay. Esparza Gomez header to the net, but Warriors' Natasha Hill saves it. We're still scoreless in the final minutes of the match. Bruins, Esparza Gomez with a chance at it, but Warriors Hill is a stone wall. That will do it. Both goalkeepers on their A game with the match ending in a draw. Both teams will move on without a loss.
Venardi Zerata is your faithful injury attorneys, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week we honor Lauren Dominguez from Stuart Hall. Lauren works in the admissions office and wanted to find a way to get to know more students. Since she played high school basketball herself, Lauren decided she would do the scorebook for the basketball teams. Lauren is now in her 4th season doing just that. Lauren Dominguez, this week's Venardi Zerata hometown hero.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play every week. This is a play that shows the same type of grit and determination, brought to you by all of the good folks at Albany's Construction.
This week's Dirty Work play goes to Evan Brewster from the Terra Linda basketball team. Evan with the big block showing his defensive skills in the Trojans win this week. Evan Brewster doing the dirty work just like our good friends at Albany's Construction. The San Jose Earthquakes are presenting the Soccer Players of the Week again this year. The boys soccer player of the week is Nate Coughlin from the Serra soccer team. Nate with a lone goal in the Padres' recent win to go 3-1 on the season.
The girls soccer player of the week is Cameron Rosa from St. Francis. Cameron with 2 goals in the Lancers win.
Coming up, Los Gatos and Milpitas in the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week.
And boys soccer with Mountain View and Los Altos right here on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
This is gonna be big.
Are you ready?
The big one's coming! The big one's coming!
Soccer's biggest stars.
Major League Soccer has begun.
All on the Bay's biggest stages. It's the start of a whole new era. We home for the season kickoff. The future starts now.
Let's head over to Milpitas now, where the Trojans are 9-2 to start this season.
Milpitas hosting Los Gatos on Saturday night. The Cats also off to a 9-2 start. It's our Crumble Cookies game of the week. Adrian Soriano was at his alma mater and has this report.
Well, the Los Gatos Wildcats will begin league play without their star player, Scotty Brennan. The senior quarterback from the football team suffered a hand injury against SoCal in a tournament game last week, so the Cats will need a big game from senior Anthony Martin. Anthony's averaging 12 points and 4 rebounds per game. Meanwhile, the Milpitas Trojans are coming off a very successful non-league campaign and features senior Jacob Rencher. Jacob is averaging 14 points and 7 rebounds per game. It's Milpitas and Los Gatos in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week. The Trojans attacking the paint early. Lamont Davis over to a cutting Isaac Cisse, and Isaac lays it up and in, but back come the Wildcats. Zach Otopal dishes it to Blake Mordaunt in the corner, and Blake makes it splash from downtown as the Cats take a 2-point lead. Milpitas on the fast break now. Dylan Nguyen passing it ahead to Pranav Krishnan, and Pranav throws down the one-handed jam to tie the game at 11. LG responds to Zach Otopal, knocks down the tough fadeaway jumper, and it's 13-11 Wildcats after 1. Second quarter now. Nick Nguyen finds a wide open Jacob Rencher in the corner, and Jacob shoots and scores from 3-point land. Here's Anthony Martin driving and laying it up and in as Los Gatos pulls to within 1. But the Trojans answer back as Nick Nguyen dishes it again to Jacob Rencher, and again Jacob connects from deep as Milpitas takes a 23-21 lead at halftime. LG looking to jump ahead in the second half. Osha Maloney with the pass to Anthony Martin, and Anthony sinks his mid-range jumper. Milpitas fires back. Lamont Davis kicks it out to Jordan North, and Jordan makes it free from 3-point land, but Osha Maloney responds right away as Osha lines it up and hits his shot from deep. The Trojans were hot from 3-point land. Davis to Dylan Nguyen to Jacob Rencher, and Jacob hits from downtown, plus the foul. 38-30 Milpitas after 3. Then in the fourth, Jordan North drives and finishes the lay-in. Jordan had 10 points in the second half. Now it's North to Krishnan to Dylan Nguyen, and Dylan drills his shot from the corner as the Trojans take a 12-point lead. Los Gatos looking to come back late, but the shot is rejected by Jacob Rencher. The Milpitas Trojans improve to 1-0 in the Deanza League, beating Los Gatos 52-40. Here's Jacob Rencher after the game.
We're definitely sharing the ball. We got a lot of talent this year, so sharing the ball is definitely one of our strongest things that we do, and that everybody's able to make shots and make plays.
In Milpitas with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Sky High Sports.
The Mountain View boys soccer team is off to a great start.
The Spartans meeting Jake Vanderbrook at the Rica Center to talk about it this week.
And we are here at the Rica Center for Human Enhancement, where goals are achieved. got goals, and here's the boys soccer team from Mountain View High School. Make some noise! You know, Mountain View is playing some wonderful soccer. They haven't lost a match yet thus far. They played 5 matches. They've won 4 of them. That one was a draw, but you guys are off to a fast start. Parker Lawn over here, you guys are outstanding, playing some wonderful soccer. Just talk about the importance of this start.
Yeah, I feel like it's always a good opportunity to kind of see where the team's at and, you know, find your strengths and kind of weaknesses in the beginning. But luckily for us, we've kind of found, you know, a lot of our strengths early, and that's helping us a lot, especially with other teams not really knowing where their team's kind of staying early in the season. I feel like we've been able to kind of take advantage of that.
Yeah. Great start. Nico Dekovic over here. So you guys haven't played a match in over 2 weeks. So, you know, talk about the importance of you guys being able to rest up as you guys are now going to start diving into league play soon.
Yeah, I think it's very important to, not only connect as a team inside the field, but also outside, even when we're on off season. For example, just going out for lunch, or even what our coach used to say, just practice even if we don't have real practices, just practice during off season.
These are the reigning league champs out of the Santa Clara Valley De Anza division. I'm over here with Cyrus Chafee, and you know, so you guys start league play come this Friday, going up against your crosstown rivals of Los Altos. What do you know about this team, and what are some of the things that you guys are going to have to do to get the job done?
I think they're a pretty good team. They always have been. That's always one of our biggest challenges, but that's also a game we always like to go into. It's something that excites us. I think just playing how we've been playing so far, being a team, like we talked about chemistry, just being together, I think that's what's going to help us win that game.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. And here are the highlights for their big matchup against Los Altos. But first, take us out with a break.
1, 2, 3, Off to Mountain View now as the Spartans take on Los Altos in the Santa Clara Valley De Anza division opener. The Spartans looking to get on the board first in the first. Javier Teeter to Akshay Chu, then right back to Teeter, but Jonas Shaw is right there to make the save. Los Altos on the attack later in the first half. Jay Easterday crosses one in the box, but Parker Lund gets the ball to keep the game scoreless. The Eagles threatening once again, but Axel Adderman clears the ball away to keep Los Altos off the scoreboard. Then a few seconds later, Kapil Jakatar looks for someone in the box, but once again Parker Lund is right there to make the save. No score at the half. To the second half now, and Cyrus Chafee is through on goal. Cyrus chips it past the keeper and into the back of the net as the Mountain View Spartans break through to take a 1-0 lead. Los Altos looking to equalize late in the game, but Parker Lund once again with the save as the Spartans win it. 1-0 over Los Altos to go to 1-0 in the Santa Clara Valley De Anza division.
Coming up, Evergreen Valley meets Los Altos.
But first, here is the U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 basketball poll. Evergreen Valley is off to an 8-3 start to the season and riding a 3-game win streak into this meeting with Los Altos.
The Eagles with a 4-3 record, winning their past 2 games. It's Evergreen Valley and Los Altos playing Thursday night. Los Altos clapping it up, looking for its first win of the new year, facing Evergreen Valley Thursday night. The Eagles at the rock early in the first. Kobe Messi passes to Sean Hamby. Hamby goes driving through the paint and puts up the hook shot. 4-1 Los Altos. The Cougars, Donovan Truong gets the screen pass from Rishab Munaganti, and he takes his shot at a long 2 buckets. Then it's Truong with a nice backwards dish to Ishan Dave. Dave hits the corner 3. The Cougars lead at 15-12 in the first. Gabe Barisic drives, gives it to Hamby for the equalizer. It's tied at 15 with Evergreen Valley looking to take the lead before the end of the quarter. Anant Kathapali going one-on-one with a defender. He gets the physical lay-in to go. 17-15 EV after 1. The lead changes continue in the second. Colin Chow throws up the triple and gets some favorable bounces before falling in. It's tied at 20. Then it's Jan Nishet to Churong for the alley-oop. Nice work there for the Cougars to go back up. And again, we have a tie ball game when Kobe Messi cleans up the mess and puts it back. But Evergreen Valley with some great defense on the fast breaks to take the lead into the break. Eason Chen with the steal, and Dave is there for 2. It's 28-22 Evie heading into the second half. Los Altos tries cutting into the Cougars' lead, but Jacob Narkowitz comes up with a big block as Evergreen Valley goes on to take its biggest lead of the game by 10. Chen fakes a screen pass, goes driving up the baseline, putting up the floater. Cougars by 10. But don't count out the Eagles. Messi gets the offensive board off the missed 3, and it's a 5-point game with a minute and a half remaining. Chen drives, dumps it off to Churong. Down low, Donovan gets the bucket to go, and Evergreen Valley holds on. 54-43 the final. Churong with 18.
The Harker School brings us the Scholar Athlete Award every week.
This week's Harker Scholar Athlete is Mikey Ballout from the Serra Padres basketball team. Mikey with a very impressive 4.5 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School, Ashley Del Alto of the Santa Clara Fighter Fighters, a 2013 Harker grad, recently visited the upper school to collect toys donated by the Harker community for the Firefighters Holiday Toy Drive. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
DGDG.com brings us the Be Happy Play each week. This is a play in a game that made everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Serra Padres. The Padres so excited to be eating some chicken sandwiches after the game. And that is our DGDG.com Be Happy Play. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets it next.
But first, here is this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, sponsored by Lumen Digital. Teens have many pressures on their time, such as grades, athletics, and financial responsibilities. When possible, encourage your teen to get a part-time job to earn their own money and learn how to budget and spend. Many banks and credit unions offer easy online account opening, so you can help your teen set up an account independently.
Service by Medallion brings us the Play of the Week every week. It's a play we thought was the very best from all of the plays this week.
Here's Adrian Soriano, who's had a week's rest to rebuild the voice, with this week's Service by Medallion Play of the Week.
We start off with Branham's Lily Murphy. Lily making a spectacular diving save. How about Pranav Krishnan from Milpitas? Pranav throwing down the one-handed slamma-jamma. Let's go to Pleasant Hill now for College Park's Chris Halkin with this shot at the buzzer. The bank is open, young man. But the play of the week has to go to Brooklyn O'Brien from St. Francis. Brooklyn with a spectacular equalizer. One more time. Brooklyn O'Brien, you just won the play of the week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to come back next week. We will meet Elijah Perryman and his path to success. See you then.
Thanks for watching. Please join our YouTube memberships to get early access to highlights and our podcast, Covered Cal High.
You will also be able to see full game videos and vote for the Players of the Week. So click join and make sure to tune in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.